Hi, dear Christian, you are right about something, and I want to discuss it with you. Numbers 14:18, World English Bible, says, Yahweh is slow to anger and abundant in loving kindness, forgiving iniquity and disobedience, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children, on the third and on the fourth generation. Well, how loving and kind, huh? Your great grandpa murdered somebody, and you are punished by the God who is abundant in loving kindness and forgiveness. Now, I've heard your answer to this. You say God wouldn't punish children for something their father did. It's just natural consequences. The father won't work, and the children go hungry. The father kills someone, and the children are shunned, or they go hungry because the father's in prison. Okay, that makes sense. So let's look through that lens at other things in the Bible and at some of your conclusions about happenings in the world today. A flood came and killed even little innocent babies. Well, that was just a consequence of something the baby's parents did to cause the flood. Maybe they shot something into the sky and messed with the weather patterns. Or, and let's just think inside the box here for a minute. If there was a big flood, maybe it happened for the same reason all floods occur. It just happened to rain a lot. Anyway, Yahweh would never deliberately punish children for their father's sins. You said so. There's a rainbow in the sky. Yahweh didn't put it there. It's caused by sunlight and atmospheric conditions. And sunshine and rain? No, Yahweh doesn't cause the sun to shine on both the just and the unjust. These are natural phenomena. Yahweh didn't give you a baby. You had sex with some guy and you got pregnant. Yahweh didn't work to find you a cheap mortgage. The rates just happen to be down because of the economy. It's a natural consequence of how we live. Yahweh didn't take your grandpa because he needed another angel. Your grandpa was 92 years old and his body wore out. Your friend's baby didn't die because your friend's faith needed to be tested. Please don't tell your friend that. And when some old guy said, Yahweh told him to do this or that, or preach this or that, well, our minds can play tricks on us. Unfortunately, our minds can also get wrapped up in the tricks being played on the minds of others, and we gulp down the Kool-Aid. So you're right. Yes, I said it. You are right. No God punishes anyone's children to the fourth generation. The Bible lies about that. And it's refreshing that you recognize the lie. It's simply natural consequences, just as you said. Or just pure dumb luck. Now again, apply that to everything else you read in the Bible and not just the passages that you must apply it to in order to make Yahweh not look like the evil monster he is throughout the Bible. Because that one passage, or a few others like it, they aren't the only ones that make Yahweh look bad. The whole book makes him look bad. But thankfully, again, you are right. And the Bible itself and all the stories about Yahweh came about not by God's command, but by the will of men because of what was going on in their lives and how they chose to process the events surrounding them. The book you adore was made by men, and the natural consequences of making any book is that many people will take its words to heart and try to draw others along with them in whatever philosophy it teaches. That's because most people have a hard time thinking for themselves. So they pick a leader, a teacher, a preacher, a priest, a guru, a celebrity, It's anybody to latch on to. And they drink up all the words that fall from that person's lips. Someone once said to me, God gave us a pretty day for our outing. No, the weather just happened to be nice that day. Someone else mentioned to me that God had done something for him. I told him he was lying because he had no idea whether a God had anything to do with it. His response was that he gives his God the credit for every good thing, just in case the God did it. Because he fears he won't give his God the due his God thinks he deserves. Well, that's fine. But we need to remember that ancient people did the same thing. When they said, God said thus and thus to me, it's the same as when we say, God found a solution for me, or God brought so-and-so into my life just when I needed him. It's all fake and make-believe. It's make-believe now, and it was make-believe thousands of years ago. Things happen naturally. And I know you know that because you said it yourself. Yahweh doesn't punish innocent children. They suffer because of what we do, or because of their physical or mental frailties, or because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. So put on your big girl panties and face the world with your own steam. Because ain't no God fixing to visit you with either good or bad, or because of your behavior or the behavior of your ancestors. No God is going to cure what ails you. Go to the doctor. No God is going to fix your financial situation. Get a job if you can, and if you can't, seek government help. No God is going to give you a baby. Look for a good fertility clinic. No God is going to find you a low mortgage rate. Save your money and maybe buy a cheaper house. And no God is going to comfort you when you lose a loved one. He didn't save your loved one. And he's for sure not going to sweep in like Johnny on the spot to make you feel better about it. Life is tough. I know that, believe me. And that's why we desperately want everything to turn out wonderful in the end. That's why we long for a perfect life somewhere out there in the great beyond. But it's just wishful thinking. It may or may not be true that we live on in some way after death. And we can cry about that or pretend it isn't so, or we can make the most of the life that we know we have. Let me tell you something. Life gets a whole lot better when you stop trying to bend a God to your will in order to get what you want. It gets a whole lot better when you accept that if things are going to be different, if they can be different, then it's up to you to change them. Take back your power. Live your life on your terms. Make the changes you want if you can. And if you can't change what's bothering you, then make the best of a bad situation. Because again, ain't no God coming to fix it. Your life right now is a result of decisions you've made and actions that have been brought upon you by other human beings or natural events, genetics and environment, or natural consequences, if you will. You're not being punished by God, and you're not being rewarded by God. And no God for sure gave you a sunny day for your picnic while ignoring the cries of a hurting child. The sun doesn't shine on some little spot of ground just for you. And as the Bible itself says, time and chance happen to all of us. Or, we can watch the weather and see what the human meteorologists tell us would be a good day for a picnic. When talking to non-Christians, you like to say, you can't believe everything you read. Yes. Again, you are right, dear Christian. I'm glad you understand that. You can't believe everything you read. And that applies to the scribblings of ancient people, just as it applies to the scribblings of people today. Thank you for watching. Bye.